I watched a series on Netflix called Sunderland Till I Die. It's about a northern British city called Sunderland that has a football team. In American English, it would be a soccer team. But they've got a football team, and this team um, is in like the third league in British football. And in British football, the top league is the Premier League that a lot of people have heard of, and then there's 6 leagues under that. And in the British football system, in order to stay in the league that you're in, you have to not place in the bottom two in any season. If you place in the bottom two, you get what's called relegated. You get demoted or pushed down to the next league down. So obviously that's kind of disgraceful. And then if you place in the top two in your league, you get promoted. You get to move up to the next league up. So this team, Sunderland, at one time they were in the Premier League. They were in the top league, and then they got relegated, I guess, twice. But apparently, the entire history of this club has been one of promotion and relegation and like heartbreak and joy. And this team is a huge part of the culture and the life of this city, Sunderland. I mean, the city itself does not seem to be a wealthy city. It's a working class, blue collar city in the north, close to Scotland. A lot of the accents in the film sound almost in the series sound almost Scottish. It's cold up there, and yet this team's got like an amazing stadium. Apparently one of the nicer stadiums in British football, and it's just, I mean, it's a huge deal. And this city has put a lot of resources into this team. And so, over the decades that the team's been in existence, they've moved up, they've moved down, and kind of the series tells the story of not just the team itself, but the fans. It's interesting, like, I mean, again, it's in the north, it's cold. It is a tradition, apparently, for people up there to go into the water. Like, it's right on the ocean. So they'll do like a polar bear plunge, but they'll like go and like, sit in the water, swim in the water when it's cold. It's kind of like a ritual that a lot of people do up there. So it shows these, groups of people going into the water, the football fans, and it's just a huge part of these people's lives. Like the preacher at church, talks about it. Like it's in every part of the people's lives, and these people grow up, and like the team and their relationship with the team is like another person in their lives. Like they have their work, they have their family, and they have Sunderland football. It's like another entity in their lives. And I mean, it's touching, like the extent to which people are committed to the team. And it's also sad. Like there's something sad about being so emotionally tied to something I don't know, something earthly and something that's out of your control. Like they're not players on the team. Like it's one thing to be a player on a team and be emotionally invested. It's another thing to be a fan of a team and be emotionally invested, travel with the team, to the extent that this team takes up a huge part of people's lives. It's like every week or multiple times a week. And I almost feel bad in a way for the people of the city, these fans who are so emotionally connected to this team. And, I mean, if they heard me say that, they would probably say, go fly a kite. But it's just like you see these people who are, so just their emotional state is so conditioned on whether or not this football team does well. And it's like, there are better uses of human energy, But, that being said, these people, they get a lot of joy and they get a lot of heartache from this team, and it is something for them in their lives. So I can't say that I envy them. I think, how they feel is understandable. I think that in the world, the pantheon of sports fans, you could do worse than to be a Sunderland fan living in Sunderland. There's certainly a community around it, so there are positive things. I just wonder what the best is that can come from it. And it's an interesting study on human nature and humanity.